Parents, watch this before it's too late. What if the man your child calls daddy becomes the reason she never calls you mummy again? What if the silence in your home isn't at peace, but pain hiding behind closed doors? And what if, by the time you notice your child's cry for help, it's already too late? What if the monster you fear sleeps right beside you? This is a story of a young girl named Amaka. Was 12 and very beautiful to upon. She was bright, cheerful, full of dreams, drawings, and questions only children ask. Her mother, a hard-working woman, was always too busy chasing success and survival. Her father, quiet and always home, became the one Amaka spent most of her time with. But her mother was always busy, from one meeting to another, from one phone call to the next. She barely noticed her daughter's quiet eyes that begged for attention. Her mother was always busy, but her father was always there. Co-could help her with her homework. He loved his daughter so much and was always there for her. So Amaka spent more time with her father, the one who always seemed gentle. He smiled, cared. Everyone said he loves his daughter. But behind that love, something darker was growing. Hold on, parents. Don't always say, I'm very busy. Busy with the time your children want to spend with you. Give them their time. Just like the Bible, there is a time for everything. Give the children their own time. Parents giving their presence is louder than provision. Many parents think giving money or comfort replaces being there. But a child's heart counts memories, not material things. Children learn love from what they see, not what they're told. The way parents treat each other and their children becomes the silent teacher that shapes who those children become. Every "I'm busy" leaves an empty space in a child's heart that someone else might feel wrongly. A little time, attention, or conversation today can save a lifetime of regret tomorrow. What if silence in a home becomes the loudest cry a child ever makes? What if your search for comfort blinds you to the pain happening right under your roof? What if the love you ignored in your child's eyes becomes the wound that never heals? But no one saw what happened when the lights went out. One night, Amaka asked a simple question. Daddy, how are mothers and women born into this world? Her father smiled and said, Don't worry, my daughter. I'll show you, because you won't understand if I just say it. Before I continue this story, don't scroll yet. What happens next will make every parent question what truly happens behind closed doors. Subscribe, like, and ring the bell. Stay with me, because together we can tell the stories no one wants to talk about. Now, when your child grows silent, don't ignore it. Silence speaks louder than words. Your child needs presence more than presents, but parents always mistakes. These two laws. A father's duty is to protect, and a mother's duty is to be present at all times. Listen carefully, parents. The guilt of not listening when it mattered most will cost you something huge, not just money. The heartbreak of losing a child who's still alive but broken inside is a very dangerous play. Days passed. Amaka stopped smiling at him. She avoided her parents' eyes, and every time they walked into her room, she froze and started crying. But still the parents don't know what was wrong with her. Her mother thought it was just mood swings, and the father thought it was just part of children, because that's his first child. Now tell me, are you the kind of parents that mistake silence for peace? But one evening, as the mother was cleaning Amaka's room, she found a crumpled paper under the pillow, a child's drawing of a man and a girl, with tears falling from the girl's eyes. Then the mother called out to Amaka, Come here. Amaka rushed in. Then the mother gave her a dirty hot slap, saying, What is wrong with you? What kind of abusing drawing is this? What are you learning in school? Is that what your teacher taught you? She asked her to kneel down for hours. The mother called out to her husband, which is Amaka's father, and shows him the drawing that their daughter is becoming something else. And that's why she is giving her the punishment of her life. Amaka was just crying bitterly, and the father said, Stop this madness. Honey, how can you punish a child just because of ordinary drawings? So he asked Amaka to stand up from her feet. He carried her to his room, pet her, gave her snakes and chocolate, bath her and make her sleep. Days later, Amaka stopped talking. She wouldn't eat, she wouldn't play. Her parents thought it was just her regular mood swings and didn't pay close attention. And the father will always buy her gifts and presents because he loves his only daughter so much. And what if your child's silence is a cry you refuse to hear? What if your absence builds the pain you can never undo? Evil doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it wears a familiar face. What judgment can heal a wound that started inside the home? How many parents truly know what their children go through when they're not watching? Before you scroll away, think deeply. What is really wrong with Amaka? Subscribe to ring the bell and like this video, because you won't believe what happened next. And why is Amaka always in bad moods? One sunny afternoon, the mother forgot an important office file at home. Her boss called angrily, and she rushed back in the middle of work to get it. But as she stepped into the house, she heard muffled cries from her husband's room, and she said to herself, "So my husband used to carry hookup girls to our matrimonial home, and he always acted like an innocent man. I know what to do. I will boil hot water and pour in their body. Then next time, that girl will learn not to date married men again," she said to herself. She went straight to the kitchen and boiled hot water. In that moment, she rushed straight to her husband's room, and behold, she froze at the door. If you think this story is already painful, wait till you hear what the mother saw when she walked in. The sight before her shattered everything she had ever known. There he was, her husband over their daughter, whispering the same poisonous words. "Daddy loves you, my little princess. I love you so much." And Amaka is saying, "Daddy, stop it hurting me. I can't bear it any longer." That night, a mother's scream echoed louder than thunder. The mother screamed. The world stopped. Amaka ran to a corner, shaking and crying. Her husband turned, eyes cold and wicked. Before you judge this family, watch till the end, because what happens next could happen to anyone. The mother's guilt should feel heavy, the kind that comes too late, when she realizes that her absence opened the door to her child's pain. Every scream from her daughter should echo with, "If only my mother was here to see what Daddy is doing." The child's innocent trust in her father turns into horror. The person she loved the most becomes the reason she fears the night. That kind of betrayal is the deepest kind of fear because it wears the face of love. Stay with me till the end. This next moment is where most parents lose what they can never get back. The moment when the mother discovers the truth, when she runs into the room, sees what has happened, and feels her world collapse. There's no scream loud enough to save her daughter or herself. Every parent's nightmare is realizing too late that absence can wound deeper than cutlass. Don't blink now, because the next scene will show the truth no parent ever wants to see. How long will parents keep saying, "I didn't know," after the damage is done? Never assume your child is safe simply because they are with family. The time you don't give your child becomes the space where danger grows. Protecting your child is not just feeding them, it's being present in their world. The mother collapsed, holding her daughter, crying like her soul had been ripped apart. All she could say was, "My child, my only child, what have I done?" What kind of father finds pleasure in his child's pain? My daughter, your beauty made my husband, your father, to admire you like his wife. What should a mother do when the evil she fears sleeps beside her? How many parents truly know what their children go through when they're not watching? The mother walked quietly to her room, and there behind a half-closed door, she saw the truth she prayed was not real. Her heart broke, her breath stopped, and in that moment, she realized she had been fighting for everything except her child. She didn't scream again. She didn't speak. She just stared at the man she once loved and the child she couldn't protect. Now, this is for you viewers. What if the monster you fear is sleeping right next to you? You won't believe what the mother did. Her discussion was the best ever. Now, here is the truth. What if the moment you said, "I'm busy," was the moment your child gave up on you? What if the danger you prayed against was sitting right under your roof? What if the hug your child needed tonight could have saved their tomorrow? What if your silence as a parent speaks louder than your love? What if God is watching how you protect the child He gave you? If you were in the shoes of this woman, what should you do right now? How will you merge this to please your daughter? And how will you correct this mistake if only it can be corrected? What if tomorrow never gives you the chance to say, I'm sorry? If you were this mother, what would you do? Would you scream for help and destroy your home? Or stay silent and die slowly inside? What judgment fits a father who breaks his own blood? Don't just feel sorry, do something. Subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you'll never miss stories that open eyes and heal hearts. And share, because one share could open another parent's eyes before it's too late.